1,000-year-old secret about money. Have you ever felt like you're doing everything right, but money just doesn't flow? As if no matter how hard you try, the universe responds with obstacles, unexpected bills, and a constant sense of lack. Don't tell anyone, but there is a secret that has been hidden for centuries, an ancient ritual using 3 bay leaves to change your financial life. And no, it's not superstition, it's an ancient science, something that was used by emperors, healers, and spiritual masters. The strangest thing is that it still works more powerfully than ever. Especially for women like you who are over 50. I know you might be tired of empty promises and that familiar anxiety every time you look at your bank statement. But take a deep breath. You are not broken, you are not invisible, and it is definitely not too late. Today, I will reveal how to turn 3 bay leaves into a powerful ritual for prosperity, protection, and abundance. A secret so ancient it was once used by kings to attract fortune. But before we continue, I need your energy to join me. Like this video now, subscribe to the channel, and comment. I am ready for abundance. This simple gesture is like lighting the first spark of your transformation. The past that blocks your prosperity. If that feeling of lack is familiar, know that what you're feeling is more common than you think. And it's not your fault. Many women over the age of 50 carry a life story marked by sacrifice, hard work, and tireless dedication to their families. But when they look at their own lives, they realize that something essential was left behind: the sense of deserving. The belief that they also have a right to financial peace, comfort, and lightness. And that's where the frustration is born. You have given so much of yourself. So why does it feel so hard to receive in return? That feeling of powerlessness, of always running and never arriving, is not a sign of weakness. On the contrary, it reveals a quiet strength that endures even when everything seems to fall apart. But here is a necessary reminder. You are not alone. And more importantly, you are not broken. What's often missing is not effort, but direction, not willpower, but the internal permission to receive. The ritual of the 3 bay leaves that I am about to show you is not a magic trick. It is a tool to reconnect you with that permission. It is a symbolic and energetic way to say, I accept abundance because I deserve it. And from that point on, everything starts to shift. The ancestral power of the bay leaf. Did you know that the bay leaf is not just an aromatic plant for cooking? Since ancient times, it has carried deep symbolism tied to power, victory, and spiritual protection. In ancient Greece, bay leaves were used to crown heroes, philosophers, and Olympic champions, not as a mere decoration, but as a recognition of their connection to higher forces. It was a way of saying they were in harmony with the universe's abundance and wisdom. In Rome, emperors wore laurel crowns as symbols of divine authority. It was as if these leaves represented not only material power but also a spiritual protection that guided their most important decisions. So why 3 leaves? The number 3 has been considered sacred since time immemorial. It represents balance, motion, and fulfillment. It is the energetic triad: body, mind, and spirit, past, present, and future, birth, life, and rebirth. When you use exactly 3 bay leaves with a clear intention, you activate this powerful symbolic code, accessing not just a ritual, but a true frequency of transformation. This is not a recently invented custom. It is a fragment of ancient wisdom that crossed continents and cultures because it works. And when something survives for that long, it's because it carries a deep truth, even if it is invisible to those who rush or doubt. Starting the ritual. Presence is more important than action. Now that you understand the historical and spiritual weight behind these 3 leaves, you are ready for something greater, aligning your energy with the right intention. It is not enough to simply repeat a ritual. You must be fully present in it. This ritual is not a trick, not a quick fix. It requires presence, true intention, and an energetic commitment to your own transformation. This means that when performing it, you must be fully there, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. It is not about repeating words like an empty mantra. It is about feeling each gesture, each thought as a bridge between the life you live today and the abundant life you wish to build. This kind of practice works like a mirror. If you approach it with haste, fatigue, or disbelief, it reflects confusion. But if you come to it with respect, focus, and an open heart, it activates something that may have been dormant in you for a long time: your ability to create your own reality. It is essential to understand that this is not magic. It is consciousness. The bay leaf, when used correctly, is a catalyst, not the solution itself. It helps reorganize your inner energy, clearing away invisible blocks that hinder the flow of money and prosperity. That is why preparation is important. Before performing the ritual, choose a moment of silence. Turn off your phone, take a deep breath, quiet your mind. Believe me, this small gesture of pausing and listening to yourself is in itself one of the greatest demonstrations of self-respect. If even now some part of you is still resisting, saying, "This won't work for me," remember that doubt is exactly what you need to begin transforming. Now, with your mind aligned and your heart prepared, we can move on to the start of the practice. But before that, reaffirm your presence here, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and comment again. I deserve to thrive. Energetic reprogramming. The power to overcome limiting beliefs. True scarcity doesn't start in your wallet. It starts in your mind. Throughout life, many women have unknowingly learned to relate to money through guilt, fear, and self-denial. How many times have you heard phrases like, "Money doesn't grow on trees," "Wealthy people aren't happy," or "Talking about money is rude"? These subtle ideas, repeated over the years, become limiting beliefs and stay buried, influencing your decisions without you even realizing it. These beliefs create deep blocks. Even when you work hard, dedicate yourself, and do everything right, money slips away, not because you are incapable, but because your mind was trained to reject what you want most. It is like trying to fill a cup with an invisible hole at the bottom. No matter how hard you try, something always leaks out. This is where what we call energetic reprogramming comes in. It begins when you identify these patterns and consciously choose to replace them. The ritual with the 3 bay leaves is more than an external practice. It is a symbolic gesture of breaking away. By doing it with intention, you are telling your unconscious, "From now on, I open myself to the new. I release these old stories." This reprogramming does not happen overnight. It requires repetition, clarity, and, above all, presence. Each time you repeat a positive affirmation like, "My money grows with ease," you are not just saying something nice. You are planting a seed in your mind. And like every seed, it needs to be nurtured daily. Prosperity begins when you understand that you deserve more. And the first step is to let go of the idea that there's something wrong with you. There isn't. What exists are old voices, distorted teachings, and inherited fears. And all of that can be rewritten. Ritual instructions. Where to place the 3 leaves. The time has come. With your mind quiet and your heart in a receptive state, you are ready to begin one of the oldest and most respected rituals among spiritual traditions, which understand the energy of money not just as a material value, but as an extension of what you believe you deserve. And that is exactly why it works. Not because of magic, but because it activates something in you that has been silent for a long time. The power to manifest what you want with clear intention, emotional focus, and spiritual alignment. Take 3 dried bay leaves. And here comes the first crucial point. They must be whole, without cracks or stains. When you touch them, don't think about just anything. Think about you, the woman you are, what you've lived through, what you've overcome. Think about the silent strength that brought you here. That strength now needs a channel. And these 3 leaves will act as anchors for that energy. But don't rush. The ritual begins even before you place a leaf anywhere. It begins when you decide to pause, breathe, and feel. Smell the bay leaf. Feel its texture. Close your eyes for a few seconds. And ask yourself in silence, "Am I ready to receive? Am I willing to allow?" This simple question activates a part of the brain called the prefrontal cortex, responsible for conscious decision-making. By bringing it to the surface, you shift your brain frequency from a scattered state to a deep state of presence. The first leaf should be placed inside your wallet, but not just tossed in. It should be carefully folded and placed near where you keep your money. What you're doing here isn't just symbolic, it's neurological. Every time you open your wallet, your brain will associate that object with your new intention. In psychology, this is called anchoring. It's like installing an invisible reminder that says, "Money comes and it is welcome here." Now, let's move on to the second leaf. It goes under your pillow. And here we enter a deeper layer of your psyche. During sleep, your brain cycles into slower wave states, especially the so-called theta and delta waves, the same ones accessed during deep meditative states. That's when your most rigid beliefs become vulnerable to change. By placing the leaf there, you're planting an energetic code into your unconscious, a kind of silent seed that works while you sleep, dissolving old blocks, releasing fears, and healing scarcity memories. And finally, the third leaf. This is the most powerful leaf of all. It will be placed in a place that represents your action in the world, the place where you manifest, where you build, where you turn desire into reality. That place is the entrance to your home. Think for a moment, how many times do you walk through that door without even noticing? It is the transition point between your inner space and the outside world. It's where opportunities, connections, and resources enter, and also often where blockages do too. When you place a bay leaf behind your front door, preferably on the inside, on the doorframe, or between the frame and the wall, you are creating an energetic filter. You are symbolically saying, from this point on, only what strengthens me may enter. Only what brings prosperity, safety, and balance is allowed in. When placing this leaf, be alone, breathe, say out loud or in your mind, I allow my home to receive only what nourishes my prosperity. I am the guardian of my energy. These words work as a mental command. And in psychology, commands repeated with strong intention shape the belief system. It's like reprogramming the operating system of your being. A powerful tip. If you want to enhance the effect even more, write your full name on the leaf using a pen or fine marker. This transforms the symbol into something personal, unique, and encoded with your vibration. You are saying, this prosperity has a name, and that name is mine. An important recommendation. Replace that leaf every 21 days. That number is not random. In neuroscience, 21 days is the average time needed to create or reinforce a new mental habit. By changing the leaf in this cycle, you're telling your mind, this intention is still alive. I am still present. And to complete, here are some power phrases you can repeat daily when you look at your wallet. Lie down on your pillow, or walk through your front door. My money grows with ease and joy. I receive with gratitude everything that strengthens me. My home is a temple of abundance. I allow the entrance of the new, the prosperous, and the light. What is mine finds me with ease. These phrases work as internal affirmations. They are not just pretty words. They are mental reprogramming triggers. The more you repeat them with emotion, the deeper they are recorded in your limbic system, the part of the brain responsible for emotional responses. And that's what transforms intention into reality. You are the creator of your abundance. We have reached the end of a journey that, in truth, is only the beginning, because what you have learned today goes far beyond a ritual. It goes beyond 3 strategically placed bay leaves. What happened here was a reunion, a silent but deep acknowledgement that you have always had the power to change. You just needed to remember. Throughout your life, perhaps you were taught to wait for the right moment, the right support, the right person, or even permission to want more. And that creates an invisible scar. The belief that wanting to prosper is selfish, or that money only comes through struggle. But the truth is, prosperity is a right, and the greatest act of love you can offer yourself is allowing yourself to live with dignity, lightness, and abundance. Today, you have planted 3 seeds, one in the material plane, one in the mental, and one in the spiritual. And they all carry the same message, I am ready. Don't think the ritual ends here. The real ritual starts tomorrow. When you wake up and choose to repeat what you feel, to reaffirm what you desire, to respect who you are. Prosperity is built through conscious repetition, daily gestures, and the small decisions you make when no one is watching. If this message has touched you in any way, comment here. I am the creator of my abundance. That phrase is more than an affirmation. It is a decision. And if you want to go further, share this video with another woman who also deserves to awaken. Because when one woman awakens to her power, she changes her life. But when many awaken together, they change the world around them. You are not alone. You never were. You were just waiting for this moment of reconnection. And now it has arrived.